Hi there, welcome to Life Coach. Today we're going to be looking at bullying because that's what we're going to be looking at this week in my class, bullying. So there are many questions about bullying, okay, and we will try to get through as much at the end of it. If you've got any more questions, please put them at the end of the video in the comment section, or write about if you thought it was good or any other questions, okay? So first off, what is bullying? Now, bullying is one of two things, but it can get very complicated, okay? And people can get confused by it as well. So essentially, bullying is when somebody says or does bad things to a person or group of people, okay? And this can happen to both children and adults, but obviously in the classroom, that's what we're talking about today. So what we have to be very careful about, because I've had many children over many years say, oh, I've been bullied, and when I say to them what's happened, they say this child has said this, and then I ask them how many times, and they said it happens once. The key thing about bullying is it happens more than once, but it might not just be saying words, they might mix it, so they might hide things on that person, they might punch them, they might hurt them, they might do things where they're making them very confused and upset. And also the calling or saying bad words, so making them feel stupid in front of people. Oh, you're stupid, you're too big, too small. So again, so we got to understand that bullying is when it happens more than once, but it also can be in many different ways. So we've got to be very aware of that, because like I say, some children think if something happens once, that's bullying, okay? Now, the next question is, well, what happens if you see bullying going on? So, well, really, what you should do is tell an adult or your parent straight away, if it's in school or out of school. So, because you might be right, you might be wrong, okay? So just say to your teacher or parent, I think I might be bullied. This is what's happening. What do you think, okay? And then your teacher or parent can actually try and watch and see if it actually is, okay? So I think the worst thing that you can do is actually ignore. Bullies are very good at scaring people, because they'll say don't tell anybody, but actually as soon as you tell somebody, an adult or a teacher, it will stop, okay? It always has done, and it always will do. So always tell an adult, because if you let it go and you don't speak to anybody, you'll make yourself more ill and more worried, and that is not good for you or anybody, okay? So you need to make sure, if you see, even if you think or you're not sure, just go and speak to that person who you think, or even yourself, if it's happening to you, go and speak to an adult or a parent. But if you think somebody is getting bullied but you're not quite sure, speak to the person who you think is being bullied, but they might be scared, okay? But it happens again 2 or 3 times, then tell an adult and or a parent, okay? So it's very, and that word talking, telling somebody, is very important, okay? So another question which people don't really try to answer is, why do people bully? And if we understand this, we can actually approach it in the best possible way. So why do people bully? Well, there are many reasons why people bully. Why do people say or do bad things to make somebody sad in front of people or on their own? There are many reasons. So one of the main reasons is possibly that the bully has no confidence. They might not be very good at something, or they want to see somebody else not happy, because they might have problems in their school, at home, or they might not have many friends, or their friends might be nasty, or they might have bad things going on in their life. So we have to be aware of that. But that doesn't mean it's okay to bully, because bullying is still bad. So we have to understand things may be going on there. But also, which I always tell my children, is bullies are usually jealous of the people that they are bullying. So it might be a shy or a quiet person in the class, because that person maybe gets into trouble, the bully, because they're too loud. They might bully someone who's too tall. Well, that's probably because they're jealous because people talk about their height. They might be jealous about someone being so good at sports, or they talk about something else. Now, a bully is very good at not concentrating on that person's best qualities, but their negatives. And we've talked about this before. You don't listen to the negative sounds, you listen to the positive, because that's how you become stronger, you believe in yourself more and become more confident, okay? So we've got to understand, why do people bully? And it's very complicated. That people might bully people because their friends think it's funny, but we know that bullying is a very serious topic, and the worst thing, it becomes more serious the longer you leave it. So you really have to speak to an adult straight away, because the longer you leave it, you can become very, very ill, okay? And you might not enjoy going to your club that it is, or your class in school, or even if it happens at somebody's house that you know, okay? So the key thing is just, like I say, letting people know, tell a really good friend, tell an adult, a teacher, okay? And really, we've got to understand, like, why should we not bully? Well, it's very obvious, isn't it? We want everyone to be happy and enjoy their life. And if we make people happy, they will make us happy. And that is why we should not bully. Bullying is a very bad thing. So try, if you can, be the best friend that you can. And you can do that by saying nice things, looking at the positives. If there's any negatives, don't say them. Okay, so if there's any more questions about that, please let me know, and I will do more videos throughout the week if people raise more questions. But like I say, try to be that best friend that you can be. Look out for people if you think they're upset. They might not be bullied, but just keep a watchful eye. And again, if somebody is, go and speak to that person if you think it's happening to somebody else or you, and speak to that bully first, and then, okay, because bullies are very scared people. They're not actually very confident. They act very tough, but actually when I've spoken to bullies at school, they actually are not very strong people, okay? But usually there is a reason why, and it can be many reasons. So bullying is extremely bad, and if you are aware of it, let somebody know, because the last thing you want is you or a friend or somebody getting bullied, okay? And the best way we can stop this happening from bullying is making sure that we're looking after our friends, people in our class, friends or family, okay? Because it can happen to adults or children, and that's the way how it is, okay? So believing in yourself and making sure you've got good friends and family around to speak to, okay? So if there's any more questions about that, please let me know. But it is something I will be doing with my class, and I might post any more if there's any more thoughts that have come up in my class and any more questions. But like I say, yeah, we're going to be concentrating on bullying and try and be the best friend that you can be, and look out for those people who are not very nice people, and let's see if we can improve them and make them become better people, because bad people can be changed if we can really put a mindset to them, okay? And let's be positive, because these bullies may not experience friends or positive words, so let's try and make them into nicer people if we can, okay? Because I think that's one thing a lot of people try to avoid, okay? Let's not just stop it, let's improve them so they stop the bullying. That's how we can stop it, by turning them into happier, better people. So thank you for watching and listening, and thank you for watching Life Coach.